There stands this fortress with its head held high, overlooking the city, beaming with pride. The magnificent fortress in front of you is the Dhanidhar Fort. To know the history of the fort, we have to go to the year 1890. But before that, let us dive into the rich history of Rajouri. Rajouri remained a region of great importance even during ancient times. In Mahabharata, there was a kingdom known as Panchal Desa, ruled by King Panchal Naresh, whose daughter was Draupadi. Rajouri was also part of this kingdom of Panchal Naresh. Then known as Raja Puri, the land of kings, finds its mention in the travelogue of Chinese traveler Huang San, who visited the town in 632 AD and described it as a part of Kashmiri dominion. From 1194 to 1819, Rajouri Principality was governed by Jaral Rajas. Jaral Rajas rebuilt Rajouri city during their rule. A number of forts, sarais, mosques and baradaris were constructed with the help of Mughals on Mughal Road. In 1819, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, while conquering Kashmir, captured Rajouri. He appointed Mirza Rahimullah Khan as the Raja of Rajouri. Then came the First Anglo-Sikh War and the Treaty of Amritsar 1846. Therein, all the territories between the Ravi River and the Indus were transferred to Gulab Singh, and he was recognized as an independent Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir. Thus, Rajouri became a part of the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir, and Gulab Singh changed the name of Rajouri to Rampur. Maharaja Gulab Singh, along with his forces, reached Rajouri and dismissed Raja Rahimullah Khan. Then, Maharaja Gulab Singh appointed Mian Hatu as the governor of Rajouri.
Hatu, the reins of Rajouri are now in your hands. Make me proud.
The construction of Dhanidhar Fort was started by him using the stones and building materials which came out as debris from destruction of buildings of Jaihar Rajas during the invasion of Maharaja Ranjit Singh on Kashmir. The main intention for the construction of the fort was to keep Dogra forces in a safe place. as the complete Rajouri valley could be dominated from the fort. Apart from this, during Dogra regime, the revenue was collected from the farmers in the form of grains. Rajouri is also the birthplace of the legendary Sikh general Dhanidhar Bahadur. He was a disciple of Guru Gobind Singh and a commander of Khalsa army who had led his army against the Mughals in numerous battles. The governor of Rajouri, appointed by Maharaja Gulab Singh, remained in Rajouri up to 1846. After Mia Hatu, Rajouri was converted into a tehsil and affiliated with Bhimber district. In 1904, this tehsil was bifurcated from Bhimber and affiliated with Riyasi district. During this period came the First and the Second World Wars. But the peaceful tehsil of Rajouri was spared from them. Then, finally came the long-fought independence, after which Rajouri became part of the newly constituted Poonch Rajouri district.
India has fought 3 intense wars with Pakistan. In 1947, 1965 and 1971 respectively. And Rajouri has been at the heart of every battle. It was a gallant action by the Ace of Spades Division and our brave civilians that beat them back each time. In 1947, India was still reeling under the aftermath of partition.
For generations we have dreamt and struggled for a free and independent, united India. But we failed in finding a solution to the communal problem, agreeable to all parties concerned. And certainly, we must share the blame, as we have to shoulder the consequences of this failure.
Pakistan sent in raiders who occupied a large area of Jammu and Kashmir. On the 14th of November 1947, operations were planned to relieve the beleaguered garrisons astride the Jammu-Poonch-Uri road.
161 Infantry Brigade will send out columns from Uri to Poonch. 50 Para Brigade will move from south, advance via Naushera, Jhangar, and link up with the northern column.
But when the northern column reached Kahuta, they found the bridge destroyed by the retreating J&K state forces. Poonch garrison, despite being under siege, held out for 1 year under the stout leadership of Brigadier Pritam Singh.
Poonch has been surrounded. but we will not give up. In the time this Sher Bacha is in Punch with you, the enemy will not enter Punch.
Our forces that had advanced to Kotli from the south were asked to fall back to defend Jhangar. However, on the night of the 23rd and 24th December, Jhangar fell to the enemy. On the 12th of April, 1948, a brilliant tank attack by Central India Horse under the spirited leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Jorawar Singh led to the recapture of Rajouri. Second Lieutenant R.R. Rane of the Engineers was awarded a Param Veer Chakra for displaying exemplary courage and leadership while clearing mines under direct enemy fire, thereby enabling our tanks to advance to Rajouri. Link-up with the Poonch garrison was established at Topa on the 20th of November 1948. The Indian Air Force played a major role under the daring leadership of Air Commodore Meher Singh. This operation is a saga of courage and gallantry by soldiers who knew that to every man upon this earth, death cometh sooner or later. And how better can a man die than facing fearful odds for the ashes of his father and the temple of his gods? On the 8th of August 1965, the Razakars sneaked in through Mendhar, Saujia and Mandi. They attacked our bridges and installations and occupied the ridges overlooking Mendhar by the 15th of August 1965.
Punch has been isolated by the enemy. Over and reinforcements. Out.
By 27th August, the areas around Mandi, Saujia and Loran were cleared of infiltrators. Muhammad Kulambi, a local citizen, was awarded the Ashok Chakra for his exceptional contribution. Formidable enemy pickets of Raja and Rani guarded the approach to Kahuta. On the night of 5th and 6th September, Raja and Rani were captured after fierce hand-to-hand fighting. The link-up was established on the 10th of September 1965. In Mendhar, on the night of 2nd November, a brigade attack was launched on OP Hill by 2 Dogra, 5 Sikh LI and 2 Sikh. The enemy put up a stiff resistance, but was no match for our determined soldiers. The sacrifices made by our brave and fearless soldiers in the 1965 war were not for fame or reward, but in simple obedience to duty as they understood it. Our Jawans knew that a nation is not molded by dreams, but with blood and iron. In 1971, this area saw yet another war. On the night of 3rd December, the enemy launched a massive attack with a division strength in the Poonch sector. This was preceded by sending in infiltrators and shelling all along the line of control. Our army retaliated immediately, wiping out the infiltrators. Srimati Malavi was awarded the Padma Shri for her duty to the nation. Local civilians on several occasions fought alongside our troops. College students helped the army by carrying ammunition to forward defended localities. A limited brigade offensive launched by 21 Punjab, led by Lieutenant Colonel R.N. Sharma, captured the enemy post of Nangi Tekri. Ended the 1971 operation. Our soldiers earned 3 Mahavir Chakras, 15 Veer Chakras, and 4 Sena medals in this sector. The Indian Army reasserted its supremacy over Pakistan in conventional warfare as never before with our resounding victory in the 1971 war. The wave of terrorism overflowed into Doda in 1992, and on 24 June 1997, Rajouri experienced its first terrorist attack when 8 Hindus were slaughtered. By 1998, the sleepy hills and forests of Poonch and Rajouri were transformed into the most vigorous zones of insurgency in Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan's collusion as a state sponsoring terrorism now lay exposed to the international community. In our bid to curb militancy, a total of 677 terrorists were killed by the Ace of Spades division between 1999 and 2001. Our soldiers earned 8 Kirti Chakras, 2 Veer Chakras, and 13 Shaurya Chakras. The Indian Army now decided to go on the offensive. Counter-terrorist operations in our rear areas intensified following the induction of our strategic reserve formations. Meanwhile, efforts were underway to bring down infiltration to unsustainable levels by sealing our borders more effectively with better technology. In order to contain infiltration, an integrated surveillance grid was put in place. To further optimize the counter-infiltration operations, a formidable fence was constructed all along the line of control, which has proved extremely effective in bringing down the infiltration. The war against terrorism is ongoing. Our soldiers have battled heavy odds, shed much blood, sweat, and tears for what they believe in, above all else: duty, honor, and country.
चाहे जान
how the Jawan and Awam can together come out of the mire of terrorism. Rajouri today fast progresses to become an important business destination. Islam is the largest religion in Rajouri district, followed by over 57% of the people. Hinduism is the second largest religion with 37.8% adherents. Christianity and Sikhism form 0.51% and 5.09% of the population, respectively.
0.5 नहीं बेटा सिखिज्म ये सिखिज्म का होता है
Thus, Rajouri is home to various mosques and temples, and it is widely accepted for the peaceful coexistence and religious cooperation. The Ace of Spades division has always stood up and protected Rajouri and her children. There is no iota of doubt that the Ace of Spades division will continue doing the same. Together, we shall prevail, and the enemy knows it. Jai Hind.
उस कवि को आज तुम नकार दो। भीगती मसों में आज, फूलती रगों में आज, आग की लपट का तुम बघार दो।